सुरू झाला.
हो सर. मी आता 2 मिनिटात सगळीकडे शेअर करते लिंक फक्त.
चालेल.
सर तुम्हाला कमेंट सेक्शन मध्ये मुलांचे गुड मॉर्निंग दिसेल.
हा. येस येस येस. ओके ओके.
जे काही डाऊट्स वगैरे असतील ते तुम्हाला तिकडे विचारतील ते. गुड मॉर्निंग स्टुडंट्स.
हॅलो.
येस सर.
येस येस. ओके.
सर shall we start?
येस मॅम.
Good morning students. Today we have Rajendra Kumbhar sir who will be talking about problem solving skills. Now please note, once the lecture ends, attendance link will be forwarded at the end of the session. अटेंडन्स लिंक जी आहे ती सेशनच्या एंडला, क्लासच्या एंडला फॉरवर्ड केली जाईल. अटेंडन्स रोजचा रोज भरायचा आहे, त्याच्यावरच मार्क मिळणार आहेत. आणि चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करून ठेवा म्हणजे तुम्हाला क्लास सुरू झाला की इन्स्टंट नोटिफिकेशन मिळेल. ओव्हर टू यू सर.
Okay. Good morning to all. First of all, I would like to thank Department of English, Pemraj Sarda College, for giving me an opportunity for taking this type of lecture under soft skills. Okay. So we are starting our presentation.
Sir,
हा मॅडम, स्क्रीन नाही दिसत आहे.
एकच मिनिट हा.
मी तुम्हाला पीपीटी शेअर करतो.
हा हा सर, एकदा परत
हम्म.
करून बघ.
करून बघू का?
हा सर,
दिसते
झाली
का
सर.
आता? ओके,
हो सर, दिसते.
चालेल चालेल.
आणि वाटलंच तर व्हॉट्सअपही करून ठेवा, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ओके
किंवा
ओके,
मेल केली
चालेल.
तरी चालेल.
करतो करतो.
ओके सर.
ओके मॅडम, आवाज येतोय?
येस सर.
ओके ओके, सुरू करू मग आपण.
येस सर.
First of all, we are starting with problem solving skills. So first, what is a problem? We are dealing with the problem. So basic objective of the lecture is to understand the concept of problem solving, then sorting out the problem solving skills. First, whatever in the day to life we encounter various types of problems. So the problem solving is a psychological process which understands and gives us the opportunities for solving the problem solving concept. First of all, I like to inform you about the basic problem solving process. हॅलो मॅडम, आवाज येतोय का?
हो सर, येतोय येतोय, व्यवस्थित
येतोय
येतोय.
ना? ठीक
स्टुडंट
आहे ठीक.
काइंडली कॉमेंट इन द सेक्शन.
हा,
सर येतोय व्यवस्थित, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ओके ओके, चालेल. स्टुडंट इंग्लिश मिडियमचे आणि मराठी मिडियमचे मिक्स असल्यामुळे आपण मधून मधून थोडंफार मराठी मीडियम मध्ये सुद्धा हे लेक्चर घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करणार आहोत. बेसिकली हे जे लेक्चर आहे हे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग स्किलवर आधारित आहे, टुडेज लेक्चर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वी आर स्टार्टिंग विथ the main core concept of these problem solving skills. Whenever we encounter a problem, we think that problems can also be an opportunities. They allow you to see things differently and to do things in a different way, perhaps to make a fresh start. So this is a quotation given by a famous psychologist. What he is saying that we, the people or the students or the peoples of our field, we should look towards problem as an opportunities. If we look towards problem as an opportunities, then it will allow us to see what are the different prospects of the problem in a different way, and our thinking process start. When our thinking process starts, our minds also starts some type of techniques which are very important in problem solving process. So what is the quotation important here is that we should look towards the problem as an opportunities, not as a problem. So for students to understand that problem solving skills are developed through everyday life and experiences. म्हणजेच आपल्या नेहमीच्या दैनंदिन जीवनाचे जे काही अनुभव असतात त्याच्यामध्ये आलेले आपले अनुभव, जीवनामध्ये आलेले अनुभव आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण ज्या काही स्किल्स वापरतो त्या खूप महत्वाच्या असतात आणि त्या स्किल्स वापरूनच आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग करावं लागतं जीवनामध्ये. In life we use different variety of problem skills which we day to day life use or which we have to doesn't know or which we have to use for solving the problems. So first of all, very important thing is that why we need problem solving. Problem solving is a psychological concept or psychological technique which we use for dealing with different types of problem. So what it is very important that students develop the skills to resolve the problems and have the personal resilience to meet the challenges and pressures that may be the result of the problem. So what they are saying that particularly when considering students, they have to develop the problem solving skills to resolve the problem. So what are the skills we are looking, we are discussing after that, particularly our personal resilience. So resilience is what we have our skills, what we developed our skill through our experiences that we have to use in problem solving. Individual differences are there. Someone uses flowchart, someone uses algorithm, someone uses personal experiencing for solving the problem. But the need is what? To particularly inculcate the skills in our day-to-day life for what problem we are facing and to deal effectively with that problem. So problem solving skills is very necessary for every people when he is working on a job or working on certain type of jobs. Students means we have to use problem solving skills in a variety of areas. Problem solving requires a variety of both analytical and creative skills. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग करायचं असेल, आपल्याला समस्या परिहार करायचा असेल, तर त्यासाठी वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या स्किल्स आपण त्यामध्ये वापरत असतो किंवा किंबहुना आपण त्याचा अवलंब करत असतो, जसं की अनालिटिकल स्किल असेल किंवा क्रिएटिव्ह स्किल असेल. आपण पुढच्या स्लाइड मध्ये बघणारच आहोत अनालिटिकल म्हणजे काय, क्रिएटिव्ह म्हणजे काय. त्यानंतर ते म्हणतायत की क्रिएटिव्हिटी इज नेसेसरी to look at the problems and resolve with a fresh approach. Whenever we are using creativity, it is a backbone of problem solving. As psychologist says that creativity is a backbone of problem solving. So what is creativity? Creativity is very important. Creativity is our novel solution to the problem. It is a insight experience of individuals like creativity, ज्याला मराठीमध्ये नवनिर्मिती क्षमता किंवा सर्जनशीलता असं म्हणतो. क्रिएटिव्हिटी, या क्रिएटिव्हिटी कन्सेप्ट खूप महत्वाची आहे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग करताना. आपण पुढे पाहणारच आहोत वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग करताना कुठल्या कुठल्या टेक्निक वापरायच्या ते आपण पाहणार आहोत. Then a famous psychologist Henry Ford saying that most people spend more time and energy going around problems than in trying to solve the problems. म्हणजे जे काही व्यक्ती असतात ते प्रॉब्लेम सोडवताना त्याच्यामध्ये खूप वेळ आणि एनर्जी खर्च करतात. किंबहुना तुम्ही प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग करताना त्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये जे काही महत्वाचे टेक्निक्स आहेत किंवा जे काही अडथळे आहेत ते अडथळ्यावर जर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन केलं तर साहजिकच आपला टाइम पण वाचेल. अवर वी कॅन सेव्ह अवर टाइम अँड एनर्जी ऑल्सो फॉर सॉल्व्हिंग द प्रॉब्लेम्स. So problem solving is a very important skills under soft skills. Soft skills, or we can say as life skill also we can say that problem solving, because everyone in the life encounter a problem and he needs to solve the problems by using certain techniques. Certain psychological techniques are there, or certain, we can say that mind techniques is also there, we have to use. So this is a very important technique in soft skill to solve the problem. Means it is a facet under soft skill which we use to solve our day-to-day life problems, or we can also say that the mind problems. So entering the problem solving skills, first we have to know what is a problem, or we have to define a problem. In defining a problem, there are individual differences. जेव्हा आपण प्रॉब्लेमची संज्ञा करतो किंवा स्पष्टीकरण करतो, तेव्हा त्याच्यामध्ये अनेक प्रकारचे इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिफरन्सेस आढळतात. ते इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिफरन्सेस कुठले कुठले असू शकतात ते आपण पाहू शकतो. आता इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिफरन्सेस मध्ये आपण जर विचार केला तर प्रत्येकाची जी पर्सनॅलिटी असते ती वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीवर डेव्हलप झालेली असते. आपले काही ट्रेड्स असतात, त्या ट्रेड्सवर आपण आपली पर्सनॅलिटी डेव्हलप करत असतो. किंबहुना असं म्हणता येईल की वी हॅव टू डेव्हलप अवर पर्सनॅलिटी ऑन सर्टन skills which are very important. So what is a problem? So first, actually it is a state. We can say that problem solving is a process and problem is a stage in which there is a difference between actual state and desired state. So if we encounter a problem, that is our actual state, and we have to solve the problem, that is known as the desired state. So we can say that this is a cycle in which we have to encounter a problem, we have to use a technique, then we have to reach our goal, or we can say that the desired state, or we can say that the end point of our problem. So starting point is the problem, and end point is the our problem solving. So this is a process, or this is, we can say, as a cycle, because in day-to-day life we encounter a number of problems, and in that we use problem solving as a soft skill for reducing the stress or anxiety or whatever we have to encounter regarding that. We can also say that it is a gap between actual and desired state of objectives. A gap between desired state and a desired state of objective. Actual and desired state. So actual stage is what we have enter a problem situation. That desired state is what we have to solve that problem. So everything is in that between a actual state and a desired state. So using problem solving skills, we have to reach the desired state, and this is the objectives of problem solving. So for reaching the problem solving skills, first we have to understand the cognition. What is our cognition process? So cognition is a very important concept of, we can say that it is a higher order mental functioning. We say that cognitive means we have to use our higher order mental functions for entering the problem. We have to use the cognitions, like we have to understand the problem, what type of problem it is, what type of blockage is there for solving the problem. So this is known as a cognition, and it is a psychological concept. Cognitions means the higher order of our mental functions, like sensation, perception, decision making is there, attention is there, perception is there, decision making is there. All these concepts are studied in cognition. So we can say that cognition is a study of higher order mental functions, and all these mental functions we use in cognition, or our cognitive process. Particularly when considering the problem solving concept, we use our attention, perception, memory process, and decision making process for solving the problems. So in cognition, we can say that cognition is very important for problem solving concept. Like If we are not considering, or if we are not giving attention to the problem, we did not solve the problem effectively, or we cannot use different techniques for solving the problem. So cognition concept is very important as far as our प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग इज कन्सर्न. आता कॉग्निशनला मराठीमध्ये आपण बोधन असं म्हणतो मराठी मीडियमच्या स्टुडंटसाठी. बोधन म्हणजे काय, तर जे काही स्टिम्युलस आपण कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन करतो स्टिम्युलस परिवेशामध्ये, त्या स्टिम्युलसवर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन करत असताना ते जो काही स्टिम्युलस आहे तो स्टिम्युलस आपण कशा प्रकारे हेरला, त्याचं प्रोसेसिंग कसं केलं, प्रक्रियाकरण कसं केलं, आणि त्याचं आउटपुट म्हणजे आपण आपल्याला काय अंडरस्टँड झालं. जसं की आपण संगणकावर एखादं काम करत असताना संगणकाच्या स्क्रीनवर आपल्याला जे दिसतं, एखादं सीडी ड्राईव्ह मध्ये सीडी टाकल्यावर किंवा पेन ड्राईव्ह कनेक्ट केल्यानंतर त्यातला डेटा आपल्याला स्क्रीनवर दिसतो, म्हणजेच प्रोसेसिंग होतं, आणि प्रोसेसिंग झाल्यानंतर त्याचं आउटपुट आपल्याला स्क्रीनवर दिसतं. तसंच जेव्हा जेव्हा प्रॉब्लेम सिच्युएशनला आपण फेस करतो तेव्हा प्रॉब्लेम काय आहे, अडथळा काय आला आहे, आणि तो अडथळा दूर करून आपल्याला जे काही ध्येय गाठायचं आहे, प्रॉब्लेमचं जे काही ध्येय आपल्याला गाठायचं आहे सिच्युएशन मध्ये, ते म्हणजे कॉग्निशन. त्याला आपण कॉग्निशन असं म्हणतो. आणि मग ते म्हणतात की बघा, प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग इज अ आयडेंटिफिकेशन अँड सिलेक्शन ऑफ सोल्युशन्स टू द प्रॉब्लेम. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग इज काय, ते एक आयडेंटिफिकेशन आहे आणि सिलेक्शन ऑफ सोल्युशन्स टू द प्रॉब्लेम. म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग इज अ पर्टिक्युलरली आयडेंटिफिकेशन अँड सिलेक्शन ऑफ सोल्युशन्स टू द प्रॉब्लेम. सोल्युशन शोधणं, पण त्यासाठी आपल्याला आधी व्हॉट आर द डिफरंट सोल्युशन्स ते सर्च करावे लागतात, ते आयडेंटिफाय करावे लागतात, आणि त्यानंतर पर्टिक्युलरली ते सिलेक्ट करून मग आपल्याला त्याच्याविषयी जे काही सोल्युशन असेल ते आपण वापरू शकतो किंवा त्याचा अवलंब आपल्याला करता येतो. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग स्किल्सशी रिलेटेड महत्वाची संकल्पना आहे our personality. We know that our personality is very important as far as problem solving skills are concerned. Everybody's personality plays an important role in problem solving. What is personality? Personality is not our physical makeup, it is also our psychological makeup also. What psychological concepts we are used for dealing the problem, that is also known as personality. A famous psychologist, Gordon Allport, says that personality is a dynamic organization and it is a psychophysical system which determines our adjustment to the environment. So, when we are using problem solving skills, our personality is very important. We are looking after that what are the personality traits important in problem solving process. So, first of all, personality, we can say that personalities our psychological and physical makeup which we use for solving the problem. uh, a famous psychologist Gordon Alport says that we have to concentrate on the particular traits, which traits are important, or which good personality traits are important for solving the problems. So first, the good problem solver individual has what type of traits? That first is they don't need to be right all the time. They think that I am not able to write all the times, means I have a problem and then I have to use the perfect situation or perfect solution to solve the problem. Then they go beyond their own understanding or own conditioning, we can say that. Means we have to understand our views, our thinking, and then we have to go beyond that conditioning. Means what we understand the different aspects of the problem, and then we have to use beyond that particular problem. Then they look for opportunity within the problem. Problems कडे एक opportunity म्हणून पाहणं. They look at the problem as an opportunity, means we have an opportunity to solve the problems. We can take different example of people. Take an example of Archimedes, take an example of Newton. They have the curiosity in them, and for that they use the different problem solving skills like insight learning or we can say that conditioning, experimental learning, experiential learning, they are using. They know the difference between complex and simple thinking. म्हणजे जी व्यक्ती असतात जे गुड प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हर्स असतात, त्यांना कॉम्प्लेक्स आणि सिंपल थिंकिंग जी काही आहे आपली विचार प्रक्रिया, त्याच्यामधला डिफरन्स माहिती असतो त्यांना. दे नो द डिफरन्स बिटवीन कॉम्प्लेक्स अँड सिंपल थिंकिंग. आता सिंपल थिंकिंग मीन्स व्हॉट? वी हॅव टू यूज द सिंपल टेक्निक फॉर सॉल्विंग द सिंपल टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम. देन we use complex problem solving techniques for solving the creative or critical type of problems. Then they have clear definition of what the problem is. Means the people who are good problem solving, they know that they have the clear definition of what is the problem actually is. Means we have first to understand the problem, what type of problem we are facing. Then we have to clear cut the definition of the problem, and then we have to use the different techniques. So what we have studied, particularly the personality factor or the personality traits, is and also a problem solving skills we have to use for solving the problems. Means a personality of the individual plays an important role in problem solving. Means we can use personality as a problem solving skills for solving the different type of problem which we face. So now we are considering the important personality traits which are very important for solving the problems. Or we can say that these are the personality traits which we use in solving the problems. So first is the adaptability. Adaptability means we are uh, thinking the particularly adaptable part of our problem. So what type of technique we want, or what type of particularly the traits we are used for adapting the problem. Then collaboration. We think that we are if we think that I am not able to solve the problem, but if I use in collaboration, if I share my problem to my friends, my organization, my colleagues, my relatives, then in collaboration with them, I can solve my problem. So this is known as the collaboration. Then objective. The individual or the people should be very objective while solving the problem. He is not depend on his subjectivity for solving the problems. Then attitude. It is a very important concept for solving the problems. Attitude means what? It is our particularly it is our view regarding the problem, whether it is a negative or positive. But here we are taking into consideration the positive attitude regarding the problem. Positive attitude means we have to think positively, and we have to use the uh, positive techniques for solving the problem. So this is known as the particularly attitude of the individual regarding the problem, or attitude of the individual regarding the different techniques, what positive techniques we are using for solving the problems. Then communication, of course, communication process is a backbone of our problem solving skills. If we have a communication, then regarding the problem, we have to effectively use the problem solving skills. In that, our non-verbal communication is very important. We have to concentrate our non-verbal communication. Then we have to search for our different non-verbal communication cues, like emotions are there, our personality emblems are there, different types of personality clues, emotional clues. We can think that various types of emojis are there. We also use that in solving our problem. Means we have to build our motivation for solving the problem, and this is one type of personality traits we have to use in problem solving. Or the people, the good problem solver people, they have the this type of personality traits. There is also one concept which is important in problem solving, that is big five personality traits. They called as ocean: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. The people who are open for getting the experiences, they are good problem solvers. Then the people who are extroverts rather than introverts, they are also good problem solvers. Then the people who are conscious, or we can say that they are conscientiousness, they are high in conscientiousness, they are also a good problem solver. The people who having scoring high on neuroticism, they are not a good problem solver according to Costa and Macri. So neuroticism is what? They are emotionally unstable, they have anxious tendency, they have stress, tension in them, so they are not using perfect technique for problem solving. So we are discussed particularly the personality traits and the important role of personality traits in problem solving skills. Now we are moving for problem solving skills, and that is very important. um, we are concentrating now on 6-step problem solving model. So in problem solving, there is a model given by Festinger. He is saying that particularly whenever you have to solve the problem, you have to use these 6 steps, or you have to go on these 6 steps to solving the your problem. So first is the defining the problem. I already discussed it that whenever we have to solve the problem, first we have to look towards the problem, we have to explain the problem, and very important, we have to define the problem. For defining the problem, particularly, we have to concentrate on problem. So the what problem is. So identify the problem. Important identification of the problem. If we identify the problem, then only we can define the problem, that what is my problem, or what are the uh, obstacles in my problem, and what is my goal of the problem. So taking an example of, while people come for, or student come for counseling, that they have the study problem, they did not understand what they are reading. So in that way, we have to concentrate on particular our problem, that what we are facing the problem, and we have to define the problem. Then determining the root or causes of the problem. म्हणजे जी समस्या आहे, ती समस्या समजून घेताना त्या समस्येची जी कारण आहेत, त्याची जी काही मुळं आहेत, जी रूट्स आहेत, ओरिजिन्स आहेत, ती आपल्याला सर्च करायला पाहिजे. आणि ती सर्च करताना मग आपण इंट्रोस्पेक्शन केलं पाहिजे. इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करत असताना पर्टिक्युलरली प्रॉब्लेम्स कशामुळे रेज झाला, तो प्रॉब्लेम आपण कशा प्रकारे सोडवू शकतो, आणि त्याचे कारण कुठली आहेत, व्हॉट आर द डिफरंट कॉजेस ऑफ द प्रॉब्लेम. Then only we can move the another stage, that is develop alternative solutions. Now till we know the roots or the causes of the problem, then we have to develop the alternative solutions. To develop the alternative solutions means what? We have to know the different we can say that the different alternatives for the solutions. Different alternatives means आपण म्हणू शकतो की वेगवेगळी मार्ग कुठली आहेत हा प्रॉब्लेम सोडवण्याची. जसं आपण म्हणतो की ट्री डायग्राम इज देअर, डिफरंट ब्रांचेस आर देअर. सो व्हॉट टाइप ऑफ डिफरंट सोल्युशन्स, डिफरंट अल्टरनेटिव्ह, त्याला आपण पर्याय असं म्हणतो. वेगवेगळी पर्याय काय असू शकतात. आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल की मला कॉलेजला जायचं आहे आणि घरात मी जी की आहे ती कुठेतरी मिसप्लेस झाली आणि कुठेतरी विसरलोय मी, आणि कॉलेजला जाण्यासाठी मला उशीर होतोय, तर त्यावेळी मी काय करेल की वेगळी अल्टरनेटिव्ह काय असू शकतात, किंवा मी कुठे कुठे चाबी ठेवू शकतो घरामध्ये, माझं चाबी ठेवण्याचं ठिकाण कुठे आहे, किंवा मी घरात आल्यानंतर मी चाबी कुठे ठेवली असेल. असे जर वेगवेगळे अल्टरनेटिव्ह जर तुम्ही पाहिले, किंवा दुसरी बाईक माझ्याकडे आहे का, किंवा दुसरा अल्टरनेटिव्ह आहेत का जाण्यासाठी, याला म्हणतो आपण की वी हॅव टू डेव्हलप अवर अल्टरनेटिव्ह सोल्युशन. ते आपल्यालाच डेव्हलप करावी लागतात. त्यासाठी आपल्याला प्रायर एक्सपिरियन्स असणं गरजेचं आहे. देन Developing alternative solutions, we have to select a solution for our problem. Means we have to check the solution whether it is important or not for solving the problem. After selecting a solution, then implementing the solution. What solution we already think we have to implement, and then check whether our problem is solved or not, and then evaluate the outcome. We have to evaluate our outcome whether it is correct or not. So this is the simple 6 steps we have to use for solving the problem, or we also name it as a 6-step problem solving model. Every problem we have to use these 6 steps for solving the problem. Now very important is that concept after personality, and that is critical thinking. We all know that thinking is a statement which we made to solve our problem, or which generates in our mind, and then we use in our behavior. म्हणजे थिंकिंग किंवा विचार प्रक्रियेला असं म्हणतो आपण की ते एक स्टेटमेंट असतं, ते एक वाक्य असतं जे आपण मनामध्ये विचार करतो आणि वर्तनामध्ये त्याचा वापर करतो. So it is a statement. So critical thinking, we are saying that it is a very important concept for problem solving. समस्या परिहार करताना याचा आपण जास्त प्रमाणात वापर करतो. क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग म्हणतो आपण त्याला. आता क्रिटिकल थिंकिंगलाच कधी कधी आपण क्रिएटिव्ह थिंकिंग पण म्हणत असतो, की ज्यावेळी आपण एखादी समस्या सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो, ती समस्या सोडवत असताना प्रामुख्याने त्या समस्येमधलं जे काही महत्वाचं अंग आहे, जो महत्वाचा घटक आहे, त्याच्यावर जर आपण कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन केलं आणि आपण जे काही अनुभव घेतले त्या अनुभवाच्या बाहेर आपल्याला जावं लागतं, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो थिंकिंग आउटसाइड द बॉक्स. हा एक फेमस 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम आहे. तो 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम आपण पाहणार आहोत. मला वाटतं हा व्हिडिओ काही इथं प्ले होत नाहीये. हॅलो मॅडम.
येस सर.
मॅडम आहे मॅडम, मी स्क्रीनवर आहे ना एक व्हिडिओ टाकला होता मी, तर तो
हो
प्ले
का?
नाही होते.
म्हणजे मग युट्यूबचा आहे का?
युट्यूबला पण आहे तो, आणि माझ्या याच्यामध्ये पण टाकला होता मी तो, पण मग आता तो इथं प्ले नाही
PPT ला
होते.
का? मग युट्यूबला डायरेक्ट जाऊन करता येईल का प्ले?
येईल ना करता, पण मग त्याची
मग
लिंक
तसं
द्यावी
कर.
लागेल. इथे आता इथे असं चिन्ह दाखवता येते बहुतेक. स्क्रीनवर दिसतंय का बघा?
नाही ना.
नाही ना, इथे दिसत होतं,
नाही.
पण आता काय इथे दिसत नाही. असं हे येत आहे तिथं.
तर मग डायरेक्ट युट्यूबच ओपन करून बघा बरं.
चालेल का तसं
हे
केलं तर?
हा तरी बघा बरं एकदा, म्हणजे आवाज येतोय की नाही आपल्यालाही कळेल. कारण ऑडिओ आउटपुट ऑडिओ आउटपुट तर तसंही दिलाच आहे ना आपण.
पण मग इथे
डायरेक्ट
जे आता
युट्यूबची
हे जे
साईट.
दिसत आहे ना स्क्रीनवर,
हा.
ते 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम म्हणून होता एक, टू हाऊ टू सॉल्व द 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम. त्याचं शेअर केलेला आहे तो एक व्हिडिओ युट्यूबवर. नाईन डॉट प्रॉब्लेम म्हणून आहे. ठीक आहे, जाऊ दे, चला पुढे जाऊया आपण.
वाटलंच तर ते लिंक द्या, मी टेलिग्रामवर मुलांना फॉरवर्ड करते.
चालेल चालेल, ठीक आहे ठीक आहे ठीक आहे, चालेल चालेल.
है ना सर?
आपण आता इथे एक 9.
मी वाटलंच तर एकदा ट्राय करून बघू का? सर. 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 Can you hear him, students? Okay.
हॅलो.
हा सर, ऐकू येतंय आता.
येतोय आवाज?
हो सर. हो सर.
चार्ट्स काहीतरी टाकले वाटतं मी. येतोय ना?
हो तेच मी. हो आता येतोय सर.
हम्म.
सर
ठीक
वाटलंच तर
आहे.
मी शेअर करू का?
काय?
ची स्क्रीन शेअर करते, तो व्हिडिओ दाखवायचा असेल तर.
चालेल ना.
मग तुम्ही लिंक
तुम्ही
व्हॉट्सअप करता का मला?
त्या युट्यूबवर आहे ना, तुम्ही एवढंच टाका, 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग, बस एवढंच टाका.
बर एकच मिनिट. सर कुठलं वाला?
हा, पहिला. हो, पहिला.
हा.
हा, पहिला. हा, आता मी बोलतो. हा.
हा.
ऍड आहे का त्याच्यामध्ये? हा, ओके. चालेल. सुरू ठेवा. So students, look at the problem. So this is very important type of problem, that 9 dot problems are there. So we have to connect this 9 dot with the help of 4 straight lines without lifting the pencil and without resetting the path. So see the how the problem solving skill work here. See the video first, then we will discuss. सुरू ठेवा मॅडम व्हिडिओ.
ओके सर.
ओके. हा, चालेल. ठीक आहे.
What can you do to get them to consider that only uses space?
हा मॅडम थांबवा आता व्हिडिओ.
Okay, sir.
हॅलो. हा आणि आणि आपली पीपीटी ऑन करा.
Okay, sir.
ठीक. So, students and faculty members, we have seen that the nine dot problem. In the nine dot problem, the solution is we have to think beyond the box, and this is known as critical thinking because we use the our experiences and solve the problems with the help of our experiences. And at this time, we have to use the thinking outside the box, that is known as the critical thinking. Means critical thinking is a thinking that we have to use our thinking beyond the box. आता ही जी काही समस्या होती त्याला 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम्स असं म्हणतात. या 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये समस्या सोडवताना आपल्याला जे काही 9 बिंदू होते ते 4 सरळ रेषेंनी जोडायचे होते. जोडत असताना त्याच्या 2 अटी होत्या, प्रिकॉशन होत्या. पहिली अट म्हणजे तुम्ही एकदा पेन्सिल ठेवली का ती परत मागे आणायची नाही आणि ती उचलायची नाही. आणि 4 सरळ रेषेने ती प्रॉब्लेम सोडवायचं होतं आपल्याला. तर ते सोडवत असताना असं सांगितलं त्याच्यामध्ये सोल्युशन की तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग करताना त्या 9 बिंदूच्या बाहेर जायचंय. यू हॅव टू गो बियॉन्ड द बॉक्स, देन यू शुड गेट द सोल्युशन. म्हणजे आपल्या जीवनामध्ये सुद्धा आपल्याला जेव्हा आपण समस्या परिहार वापरत असतो, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग वापरत असतो, तेव्हा सुद्धा त्या समस्येच्या चौकट जी असते आपली फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरन्स, वी हॅव टू गो बियॉन्ड दॅट बॉक्स. त्या बॉक्सच्या बाहेर गेल्यानंतर आपल्याला समस्येची उकल होते. म्हणजेच त्याच्या जे काही प्रिकॉशन होते त्याच्यामध्ये असं सांगितलेलं नव्हतं की तुम्हाला या बॉक्सच्या बाहेर जाता येणार नाही. ते आपल्याला शोधावं लागतं. त्याला म्हणतात क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग. द प्रोसेस इज नोन ॲज क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, in which we have to go outside the box and search for the solution and use that solution for solving the problem. So this is known as the 9 dot problem, or we can say that it is a critical thinking. Critical thinking is very important for day-to-day problem solving also. When we encounter a different type of problem in that particular situation, we have to use the critical thinking. Means we have to think critically what are the different alternatives for solving the problem. The day-to-day life situation, we use a number of problems, but beyond that, what are the different problems, what are the critical solutions? We have to search for that, and we have to go beyond the back box to use the problem solving. So this is known as the critical thinking. It is a key concept in creativity. So then, for critical thinking, what are the different 6 steps according to Fasino 2007? He is the effective creative problem solver, or we can say that a problem solving psychologist. He says that a short form is there, ideals. Ideals means what? We have to first identify the problem, what the problem actually is. We have to identify that. We have to search for our understanding the problem process. Then defining the context, it is very important. What is the important context? In that context the problem is, so you have to define the context of the problem. Then enumerate the choices. म्हणजे जे काही चॉईसेस आहेत, म्हणजे त्यासाठी ज्या काही वेगवेगळ्या चॉईसेस आहेत, संधी आहेत, किंवा वेगवेगळे त्याचे जे क्रम आहेत ते क्रम तुम्ही शोधले पाहिजे. त्याची एक लिस्ट तयार केली पाहिजे. इन्युमरेट दॅट ऑन द पीस ऑफ पेपर अँड देन यूज दॅट पर्टिक्युलर चॉईस. Then analyze the options. What are the different options for solving the problem? You have to analyze that. What are the different types of options is there? Use one by one option, and after that list the reasons. What are the different reasons for not getting the solution of the problem? Then self correct it. You have to use it, then correct it, self correct, and accordingly you get the solution to your problem. So this is known as the ideals given by Fasino, 6 steps to effective problem solving. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग जर इफेक्टिव्हली करायचं असेल चांगल्या प्रकारे, तर तुम्हाला या 6 स्टेप्सचा वापर करावा लागतो. या 6 स्टेप्सचा अवलंब करून तुम्ही चांगल्या प्रकारे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग करू शकतात कोणत्याही समस्येची, असं त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे. आता आपण पुढे जाऊया आणि पर्टिक्युलरली एक होनाई टावर म्हणून आहे, खूप महत्वाची जी एक प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सायकोलॉजी मध्ये तो खूप फेमस आहे, ज्याला आपण प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग मध्ये होनाई नावाच्या एका शास्त्रज्ञांनी तो सांगितलेला आहे आणि त्याला टावर ऑफ होनाई असं म्हणतात. आता या टावर ऑफ होनाईचं काय महत्वाची कन्सेप्ट अशी आहे याच्यामध्ये की इट इज अ प्रॉब्लेम. टावर ऑफ होनाई. आता टावर मीन्स व्हॉट? यू हॅव टू प्लेस द what are they saying that the place the chips on 1 to 1 and prepare same type of tower on the different bars. There are 3 bars. In the initial stage the tower is created in the first bar, so we can name it as A, B and C. So what is your task? Your task is you have to prepare the same tower on the C bar. So what is the purpose of B bar? That B bar is used for putting the puzzles or putting the pieces of that blocks into that B compartment. So the initial stage is what? The tower is prepared in first stage. That is known as the in A bar. So our task is goal is what? We have to prepare the same tower in the C bar. So how it make by moving the disk. So the precaution is what? You have to move only one disk at a time. Then the small disk is on the large disk. That is the important precaution you have to take. So this is a important problem solving is what? You have to correct your we can say that you can correct your mistakes, and in that second there is a solution of the problem, all possible legal moves, operation actions, they say that. So look, what are the different moves? So here, all these we need 31 moves for solving the problem. So this is known as the Tower of Hanoi problem. What it gives the explanation that you have to use different trials for solving the problems. Means you have to list the trials, and actually when you are coming closer to problem solving or closer to goal state, actually the trials are minimizes. So take an example of our day-to-day life. When we are solving a Sudoku or we are solving a different type of we can say that brainstorming problems. In that we have to use this type of skill. So this is known as the insight skill. इनसाइड स्किल्स मीन्स त्याला मराठीमध्ये आपण मर्मदृष्टी म्हणतो, की समस्या सोडवत असताना अचानकपणे आपल्याला समस्येचं उत्तर मिळतं आणि आपण ते हळूहळू पुढे पुढे जात असतो. याच्यामध्ये सांगितलंय की इनिशियल स्टेज मध्ये काय असतं, तो जो टावर आहे तो ए बार मध्ये आहे, तसाच टावर आपल्याला सी बार मध्ये ठेवायचा आहे. तर सी बार मध्ये ठेवत असताना आपण काय करतो, सर्वात खाली मोठी चकती, त्याच्यावर मीडियम चकती आणि त्याच्यानंतर लहान चकती, असं आपल्याला ते रचायचं असतं. तर ते रचत असताना किंवा रचनाक्रम करत असताना आपल्याला जो बी बार आहे त्या बी बारची मदत घ्यावी लागती. त्या बी बारवर एक चकती आणायची, परत ती सी बारवर न्यायची, परत ती ए बारवर न्यायची. म्हणजे असे वी हॅव टू मेक डिफरंट ट्रायल्स. What psychologist says that we have to make minimum 31 trials for solving the problems. So particularly the conclusion here for Tower of Hanoi is that you have to use minimum 31 trials. Means if the trials is increased, the goal state will be closer. So you have to minimize some trials or you have to eliminate some trials. For reaching the goal state, you have to minimize your mistakes. And after last, you will get the goal state. So this is a very famous problem, that is Tower of Hanoi, in which inside, and we can say that observation learning is there. We can use insight learning for solving this type of problem. So in our day-to-day life, we can also use the insight technique for solving the problem. Then we move further for problem solving skills. We can say that the problem solving skills are particularly in two types. One is rational problem solving and another is the creative problem solving. So in rational problem solving, we are focusing on what is our rational. In a rational way we have to solve the problem. Rational way म्हणजे ज्याला काहीतरी तार्किक आधार असतो, त्या तार्किक आधाराचा वापर करून आपण प्रॉब्लेम सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला फॉलोइंग स्टेप्सचा वापर करावा लागतो. पहिला आहे डिफाइनिंग द प्रॉब्लेम. प्रॉब्लेम डिफाइन करता आला पाहिजे आपल्याला. वी हॅव टू डिफाइन द प्रॉब्लेम. व्हॉट इज द प्रॉब्लेम? सो टेक एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम. इन 9 डॉट प्रॉब्लेम, व्हॉट इज अवर प्रॉब्लेम? We have to connect the 9 dot with the help of 4 straight lines. So this is the defining the problem, means what? The clear cut understanding of the goal, that is known as the defining the problem. And in that Hanoi tower problem, we have to prepare the same tower on the C bar. Means we have to put the disc in a same way, same manner in the C bar. So that is known as the defining our problem. Then identify the decision criteria. Identify the decision criteria means we have to take the decision. For solving the problem, the main important thing is that we have to take the decision for solving the problem. In that we have to use some criteria. ज्याला आपण निकष किंवा मानदंड असं म्हणतो, की कुठल्या तरी क्रायटेरियाच्या आधारावर आपण त्या समस्येचं आयडेंटिफिकेशन करतो आणि आयडेंटिफिकेशन झाल्यानंतर मग आपण त्याच्यावर वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या टेक्निकचा वापर करू शकतो. तर डिसिजन मेकिंग याबद्दल मला वाटतं कालच लेक्चर घेतलं होतं दीक्षित मॅडमनी. त्यांनी सांगितलंय की डिसिजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस किती महत्वाची आहे आणि ही आपल्या थिंकिंग प्रक्रियेशी रिलेटेड आहे. कारण एव्हरीथिंग इज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम थिंकिंग. थिंकिंग प्रोसेस पासूनच सर्व टेक्निक्सची सुरुवात होत असते. आणि थिंकिंग काय असतं? एक स्टेटमेंट असतं. आणि डिसिजन मेकिंग सुद्धा इट इज अ वन टाइप ऑफ स्टेटमेंट. यू हॅव टू गिव्ह युअर डिसिजन. Then generate the possible alternative solution. We can say that after defining the problem, after identifying the problem, we have to generate the possible alternative solutions. Possible alternative solutions means what? We have to check first our solution whether the alternatives are correct or not, or they are possible or not. Whether we are using 9 dot problem or we are using Tower of Hanoi, we have to prepare the alternatives or the possible alternatives. We can say that with the help of that possible alternatives, I can solve the problem. I also check that problem. I also check that possible alternatives whether they are correct or not for solving the problem or giving the correct solutions. Then rate each alternatives on each criteria. We have to prepare the criteria. We have to prepare the rating scale for that. If we are preparing 3-point scale, 5-point scale, 7-point scale, basically 5-point scale is very important, which create from strongly disagree to strongly agree, and we have to give the point scales from 1 to 5. 5 means strongly agree and 1 means strongly disagree. Then we can also use 7-point scale, Likert scale we can also use. So we have to prepare our rating for that alternatives on each of the criteria which we prepared. आपण असे क्रायटेरियाज बनवलेले असतात, त्या क्रायटेरियाच्या आधारावर आपणच आपले स्वतःचे पसंतीक्रम ठरवतो की प्रामुख्याने ही समस्या सोडवण्यासाठी कोणतं अल्टरनेटिव्ह आहेत. पहिला अल्टरनेटिव्ह हा असेल, दुसरा हा असेल, तिसरा हा असेल. अशा प्रकारे आपण एक 4-5 अल्टरनेटिव्ह तयार करतो आणि 4-5 अल्टरनेटिव्ह तयार केल्यानंतर प्रामुख्याने कोणता अल्टरनेटिव्ह योग्य ठरेल हे आपण त्या परिस्थितीनुसार ठरवत असतो. समस्या निराकरण करत असताना आपल्याला असे अल्टरनेटिव्ह सोडवावे लागतात. रेट ईच अल्टरनेटिव्ह ऑन ईच क्रायटेरिया. रेटिंग करायचं असतं, त्याला पसंतीक्रम द्यायचा असतो आणि त्यानंतर कम्प्युट द ऑप्टिमल डिसिजन. आणि शेवटी मग आपल्याला आपलं जे काही महत्वाचं डिसिजन आहे ते घेऊन ती समस्या सोडवण्याचा आपण प्रयत्न करत असतो. आता कम्प्युट द ऑप्टिमल डिसिजन मीन्स व्हॉट? It is the perfect decision for your problem solving. Take an example of 9 dot problem. In 9 dot problem, perfect solution is what? We have to go beyond the box. This is the perfect optimal decision for 9 dot problem. Same way, in our day-to-day life, whenever we encounter a problem, we have to use these steps for solving the problem. So we are talking about creative problem solving. Now the second phase of problem solving is creative problem solving. We all know that creativity is a mainstream of every the problem solving process. If we have creativity, then we can easily solve the everything problem what we face in our life or day-to-day life situation. But if we don't have the creativity, then we have to search for the alternative for the problem solving process. So they are giving the particularly what is the creative problem solving. First we are discuss the steps, then we go for the insight. A very good example given by Kohler. He conducted a study on monkey and we will discuss it. Then high level of uncertainty exists. Whenever there is high level of uncertainty exists, the origin of creativity is there. Then there is little precedence to draw on. If we have not so much conclusion to draw on, then we go for creativity. Variables are not reliably predictable. We can say that there are different techniques, but they are really not predictable. In that way, we go for creative problem solving. Then there are several plausible solutions. There are several solutions are there, but I have to search for the maximum important solution for my problem. Time is limited and decision must be made. Whenever we encounter a situation in that time is very limited for me and I have to take the perfect decision in that particular time, at that way I have to think creatively to get the solution. So now we are considering very important technique of problem solving, that is known as insight, or we can say that insight learning is there. Because insight is a learning. Learning means what? Learning is a psychological process in which we have to learn the solution permanently for a specific task which we are facing. We can say that it is a permanent solution to our problem. From birth to end of life, we learn. Learning process is a continuous process. So in that we are discussing about insight learning. So what is insight learning? Insight learning is very important. It is a phase in which we get a solution of the problem. That phase is known as insight. So we are now discussing a famous experiment on insight conducted by Kohler in 1927. He says that, or he conducted experiment on monkeys. The monkeys are very hungry and the monkeys are placed in a closed room. In that the monkey search for, particularly for, he is very hungry, so he is searching for diet. So he say that in the particularly slab there is a one uh, bunch of bananas are there, they are hanging to the slab of the room. So whenever the monkey says particularly sees he tries, but he fails to collect the banana. So he concentrate on the particular corners of the rooms. There are different boxes are there. So he get the insight that if I structure the boxes one by or one by over another, I will get the bananas. So this is the insight. त्याच्यामध्ये काय सांगितलंय त्याने की एक चिंपांझी नावाचं माकड असतं. त्या माकडाला एका रिकाम्या खोलीमध्ये ठेवलं जातं, बंद खोलीमध्ये, आणि छताला एक केळीचा घड तिथे टांगलेला असतो. माकडाला खूप भूक लागते आणि भूक लागल्यानंतर तो पाहतो की वर केळीचा घड टांगलेला आहे. आपल्याला ते केळी जर मिळवायची असेल, हस्तगत करायची असेल, तर त्यासाठी मला काय करावं लागेल तो विचार करत बसतो. आणि मग कोपऱ्यामध्ये जी काही खोकी पडलेली होती ती रिकामी खोकी तो एकावर एक ठेवतो आणि ती केळी हस्तगत करतो. म्हणजे इथे सांगितलेलं असं आहे की जेव्हा तुम्ही when you start for problem solving, or when you are start for trialing, or giving various opportunities or giving various alternatives, you think, and in that way you get an insight for solving the problem, and accordingly you solve the problem. So this is known as the insight. It is very important technique for day to day life solution also. If you get insight, immediately you can solve the problem, but it is also related to different factors: experiences factor, personality factor, memory factor, difference factor is there. So we move further. So lastly, what are the different problem solving skills we can use for solving the life problems or solving the problems whenever we encounter in a lifetime situation? So first is to develop the creative and innovative solution. Means students and all the peoples, for solving the problem, you should develop creative and innovative solutions for solving the problems. We actually discuss about what is creative and what is innovative. It is nowadays very as same, creative and innovative. Then you should develop the practical solutions. For problem solving, you should use your practical solutions. Showing independence and initiatives means you can independently solve your problems. You have to independently take initiatives for solving the problems. Accordingly it works. Then applying a range of strategies. You have to apply a range of strategies, means you have to list the various alternatives for solving the solutions or to the problems. Then you have to apply the range of strategies. Applying strategies across range of areas. म्हणजे फक्त एका एरियासाठीच आपल्याला एखादी स्ट्रॅटेजी वापरून चालणार नाही, तर वेगवेगळे जे काही एरियाज आहेत लाईफच्या ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम एन्काउंटर होतात, त्यासाठी तुम्ही वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे वेगवेगळ्या स्ट्रॅटेजीजचा वापर करा, असं त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे. So till this we have discussed the problem solving process. We also discussed the problem solving skills. We also discussed some of the important factor or important technique which we use. One is our personality traits is there. Then important is the critical thinking is there. Creative thinking is there. Then insight, a very important technique, insight learning we all use. It is very lengthy topic, but still time is, as discussed by importance of time, we are now uh, just discussing the few topics which are related. So I have finished my presentation, and if you have any queries or doubts, you can ask me, or you can comment on chat box also. I have to send see the hello.
Yes, sir.
हा मॅडम, आता संपलंय प्रेझेंटेशन. जर
Okay, sir.
मुलांना काही शंका वगैरे असेल तर, किंवा डाऊट्स किंवा क्युरी वगैरे असेल, तर मग आपण त्याचं उत्तर देऊ शकतो.
Okay, sir. Yes, students, start. Yes, attendance link will be forwarded. Apart from attendance link, if you have any other doubts, please let us know. Okay. Yes, sir.
हा
Hello.
सेंड केली मॅडम लिंक त्यांना.
हो सर, केली केली.
चालेल चालेल ठीक आहे ठीक आहे.
हां. सो एकच मिनिट सर, फक्त मी
हो
लिंक हे
हो
करत होते.
चालेल.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for today's presentation. अतिशय सोप्या पद्धतीने मुलांना कळेल अशा पद्धतीने तुम्ही सांगितलं आम्हाला.
थँक्यू.
आय होप मुलांचे पण तुम्हाला रिस्पॉन्स येत राहतात सर चॅटमध्ये.
हो हो हो.
अभिषेक घोडकेने पण लिहिलंय की सगळं अमेझिंग सेशन सर, थँक्यू सो मच सर.
ओके
खूपच
थँक्यू थँक्यू.
छान असं सेशन झालं आणि इंटरॅक्टिव्ह पण झालं, कारण की तुम्ही व्हिडिओज पण ऍड केले होते. मला
हो
नेमकं ते
मॅडम.
ऑडिओ आउटपुटचा थोडा प्रॉब्लेम झाला, पण आय होप
हो
की
हो
व्हिडिओ आउटपुटने फरक पडला असेल.
चालेल चालेल.
थँक्यू सो मच सर.
थँक्यू मॅम थँक्यू.
And happy Republic Day to everyone. Happy Republic Day to you, sir.
थँक्यू मॅम सेम टू यू.
Thank you, sir.
I lastly giving thanks to Department of English and principal of our college, Pemraj Sada College, faculty of English department, and especially Murnamai madam for giving help in this online session. And if you have need my help to other lectures, I will also give my presentations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll
Okay, okay,
definitely organize some sessions for you.
okay, okay. Thank
Thank you, sir.
you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, students. We'll end the session here. And yes, this should and also join the Telegram room, Telegram channel, and subscribe to the YouTube channel of English department. ज्याच्यामुळे तुम्हाला क्लास सुरू झाला की लगेच नोटिफिकेशन येईल. ओके, चलो, थँक यू सो मच. सी यू टुमॉरो.